Okay, another day, another morning. This is 8 a.m. We are in the garden already. And as you can see, the seedlings are ready to plant. The fertilizers are ready. You have to give the fertilizers while you're planting them. They are all ready to plant. We will go all the way till the end of this garden. Let's see how it goes. Okay, we have planted some of the seedlings, and right here I will show you how do I plant it. There are little stones. We have to make sure we get rid of them. And as you can see, there are fertilizers around, natural fertilizers. We will mix it into the soil, but we gotta make sure before we start the planting we get rid of these little stones that are around. Well, unluckily, the base of it is a stone, so we cannot plant avocado here. Instead, we will plant lemon after this. So I'm going there to plant it. The same process. Making sure the little stones are not there to block the roots. I will now measure it. Yes, this fits here. Okay, we have to make sure we are cutting it so gently so that we do not give any potential harm to the roots of it. Before we do that, we have to make sure we give the fertilizer. Yeah, I've removed this part and placed this so gently. Let me show you how to do the rest. The roots of the seedling. We must make it so gently. This is the fertilizer. You see, there are stones. We must remove them all. We must do it so patiently so that we do not miss any stone that may ruin this process. We have to make sure we are doing it so patiently, so carefully, so that This one day becomes a big avocado tree.
Tamam mı? Şöyle buradan alıyorsan iyi olur. Tamam. Sonra da güzel şeylerden, bu şeylerden, yani dibine mesela güneş görmüş toprak, dibine tutuyor, iyi olur. Ama önce şey yapalım, buraya gene çok gidecek ya, şöyle hafifçe.
I hope this one will like the soil and also the environment. We are done with this. It's looking good. The others are on the way. I just show one planting and then I will move on without the video because it's so tiring while shooting. I'm feeling so enthusiastic. It's going so well. The weather is so good. There are clouds, but clouds just block the sun and we can work in a cooler weather because even though it's 19th of December today, the other day while working I lost more than 2 liters of water by sweating, I guess because of the weather, because it was so hot. And right now it's so cool. This weather is perfect to work right now. Oh, I'm glad we're so lucky about it, and I'm glad there is something called AccuWeather. As you remember, we cut these yesterday. I will use these to make sure the seedlings doesn't get affected from the harsh winds, let's say, and some storms. We have to make sure the seedlings are all safe. As I told you, in winter times, it doesn't snow to Anamur yet. There are lots of stormy days, and in those days, the speed of the wind is really high. So we gotta make sure those seedlings are not getting damaged. I just want to mention the types of different avocado trees. You can see an H right here, which stands for Hass. There is also Fuerta, Ettinger and Bacon, 4 different types of avocado trees. We're trying to plant them one by one. The fruit you see in commercials and everywhere is Fuerta, and you know, Hass gives its fruit earlier than the others, so you can eat earlier, you can sell it earlier, and you can make some profit earlier. Fertilizer here is directly cow's shit. I don't know a polite way to say it. I'm sorry for being so rude about it, but yeah, it's basically a cow's shit. Lately I was talking about types of avocado. I forgot to mention this Z. Z stands for Zutano, and it's different kind of avocado again. I just forgot to mention. I just wanted to tell about it. So in my garden there will be 5 different kinds of avocado: Hass, Zutano, Bacon, Ettinger, and the 5th is Fuerta. Okay, it turns out there is no enough fertilizers, so we have to find some others to use here. So we'll go buy some more fertilizers. Well, 50 kilogram of the fertilizer is 15 Turkish liras. We bought 2 tons of fertilizers and it is 600 Turkish liras. But it's a very good kind of fertilizer. Vallahi işte 1000 Hesabı 11 ya.
Olsun varsın bunu.
Yeah, what you've just witnessed is the shittiest part of the work, and we brought those fertilizers. I said 2 tons of them, and my car is 3 tons itself, and 2 tons of them makes it 5 tons. And I'm really proud of my car because I wasn't expecting it to climb the very high slopey roads, but it could be able to climb those parts of the road. And I am really glad that I bought this car once again, because can you see, it really makes so much difference. So let's move on and go back to seedling process. I mean the planting of the seedling process. Moving on.
Bu gübreyi bastıracağız. Gübre toprağın altında nemli kalacak. Nem onu hazır getirecek.
The new fertilizers are all around this old trees. These are old trees, as you may see, and old trees want those kind of fertilizers to grow up. As you can see, this tree didn't grow up at all. I will tell you, these are both 5 years old trees. Look at this one, look at that one. There may be some problems with the tree itself. There may be some problem with the base of it. There may be some problem with its roots, but we are coming prepared because my uncle Mehmet is very wise in that kind of area. He knows this kind of stuff so well. He's so experienced, let's say, and thanks to him we are able to create this kind of a garden, and I hope the juice will worth the squeeze and we will get a good avocado garden at the end. He is still working. We are here from, I don't know, 8 a.m. He started working. He is still working. This is 5 p.m. right now. He is still working and he is 73. Can you believe that? Look how healthy he is. Okay, we are calling it a day. Today we planted lots of seedlings, as you can see, and there will be 3 more workers working here tomorrow. By the way, let me tell you about the wages of them. I pay 150 Turkish liras for a day for each of them. Thus, for example, tomorrow 3 of them will work and I will be paying 450 Turkish liras. I'm telling those so that maybe some of you are planning to do some stuff like this, so that you can know what I'm spending and maybe you can calculate your own spendings. But Turkish inflation will not allow you, because I witnessed the price of something, anything you may call anything, let's say wire, it was 10% up to 20% less pricey a week before that. That means it's getting expensive and expensive each and every day. So that is why I was in a hurry. Sooner I do it, the less it will cost me, basically, because Turkish economy sucks, simply sucks, and it will suck more. I worked so hard, Uncle Mehmet worked so hard, and we hired some daily workers. We've done all sacrifices just to make sure we're done with this as soon as we can. After a week, even if we want to work, we will not be able to, because it will be raining so much. It is good news for our seedlings because they love water so much. The avocado seedlings love water so much. Avocado tree basically loves the water so much. And I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I will be finishing the planting process of trees. I'm really enthusiastic, tired at the same time, but I'm feeling so good about it. I'm really feeling so good about it because it's something that I never experienced before. Being on soil, doing all those stuff. And I was so tired physically, and I'm getting used to it. So my body starts to handle it better. All the things aside, I showed you Uncle Mehmet. He is 73. And this must give you some clue. Whenever you get old, I mean, biological age is different than your ID age, let's say. I'm 25 right now. He's 73 and he has better condition than me sometimes. It is a shame for me, as a young person, it's a shame for me. So I must work hard to keep up with him and to be able to feel the youth that I have inside. But I have it inside. I have to bring it to outside of me. See you tomorrow.
Bak şimdi benim o şeyin kenarında ağaçlar nasıl yeşil?
Yani.
En diptekiler.
Yani
Derdini anlatmış. Vallahi senin derdin demiş. Bok koymuşsun de demiş. Ne olacak? 30 tane bok koyucusu bulacaksın demiş. Günde bir tane yiyeceksin demiş. Ancak kurtulursun demiş. Adam çaresiz 30 tane bok koyucusu buluyor. Her gün bir tane yiyor. İyileşiyor. Neyse aradan zaman geçiyor. bir gemiye gitmiş gidiyormuş. Bir fırtına boran şey çıkıyor. Şeyler gemidekiler Allah Muhammed dua okuyorlar falan. Bu da bir ıslık tutturmuş. Lan demişler manyak mısın sen demişler. Gemi batacak sen de dua etsene demişler. Hani yalvarsana. Kardeşlerim ben Allah'ın işine bundan sonra karışmıyorum. Bir karıştım. 30 bok böcüsü yedim demiş. İster batırır. Merhaba. İster batırır demiş, ister çıkarır demiş. Bana ne ya demiş.